The Ocean Awareness Movement. Global warming is one of the largest controversies and challenges facing our world today. Oceans are affected, more than most know. There are many organizations found across the globe that focus on the issues facing our oceans, and many of them are concentrated in California. How much does the average college student know about this movement, and more importantly, the last wilderness?
Anybody feels the way I do about you now.
To be honest with you, I'm kind of afraid of the ocean, so I don't like water, but I heard that it's affecting polar bears because their environment's melting, so they don't have any sort of home. And I mean, everyone likes polar bears.
Obviously, the danger of global warming is going to affect our main source of water, so that's kind of important. But yeah.
You know what global warming is? I mean, it's kind of cold out here.
With global warming, I have learned that the ice caps are melting, which is causing the overall ocean temperature to increase, and also it's causing ocean levels to rise, which I heard can eventually cause flooding, and that is what global warming is doing to the ocean.
Alright, so global warming, it's a pretty good, big thing going on. I'm for it. I don't know, like a warmer climate, less bundling up, so hey, you know, let's do it.
Global warming is affecting the oceans mostly because it's increasing the sea level. So because the polar ice caps are melting, therefore like the sea level is rising, so a lot of...
Well, I pretty much just wanted to get some huge swells, you know? The more the ice caps melt, the bigger the waves get. Gnarly, man. Just fucking get out there and ride some waves. I love global warming. The more the better.
Current estimates predict that in the next century we will see more than a 20-inch increase in sea level. Arctic ice is rapidly disappearing, and the region may have its first completely ice-free summer by 2040 or earlier. Polar bears and other indigenous animals are already suffering from the ice loss. Coral reefs are already being affected as well.
People should truly get involved with this movement because oceans are so beautiful and they're one of the prettiest natural resources that our planet has. And if we lose them, we're never going to get them back.
It's important because the oceans are environments and homes to a variety of different species and stuff, and of course animals' homes are important to the oceans.
Protecting the ocean is very important to me because I know that we get a lot of our food from the ocean, and I know that it just affects the whole world. It affects all the people, all the organisms, all the animals, and I know that if something happens to the ocean that we would all eventually be in big trouble.
Obviously, oceans in the world today is kind of important. It takes up most of our globe, so you can't just forget about them and they'll disappear. It doesn't really work that way. Unfortunately, since there's been so much production and more people on the earth, there's been more cars and more pollution, which eventually has led to the increase in sea levels. So it is important. I mean, there are sea life and animals that are living in the ocean that are important as much as land animals are. So it's definitely an important issue, I think, that needs to take attention.
Of course it's important. I spend a lot of my time at the beach, going there for homework, soaking up the sun on a summer day. So yes, I'd love to get involved. I'm just not sure how I would.
So, I mean, of course I'd like to help save the oceans, and I want to get involved. There's like a beach conservation project that's going on in Miami right now where they're bringing in sand to replace like the actual beachfront places that are being like swept away by the ocean's continuously rising waves. So, yeah, I want to get involved with that.
Organizations along the coast fuel the movement. The Surfrider Foundation. The organization was founded in Malibu, California, and offers many different projects, such as the Blue Water Task Force and education in the classrooms. With projects like these reaching a variety of different people, it's easy for anyone to get involved. Beach conservation is just one of the many ways you can fight global warming. It's also one of the most important.